So what is this fiscal cliff that we're hearing about every day in the news? Well, it's a good thing they call it a cliff, because it gets attention and there's a lot at stake. What it refers to is the expiration of some Bush-era tax cuts. What that means, at the end of this year, or beginning January 1, 2013, tax rates, federal tax rates for most Americans will go up. But it also sets into motion some mandatory spending cuts at the federal level. And now it's believed that the magnitude of the tax increases and the spending cuts are such that it could push the economy back into recession as early as next year, 2014. So the politicians, they did something right years ago. When they enacted the tax cuts, they put in these provisions that, well, forced accountability on a set of future lawmakers to make sure that the tax cuts were paid for and that they could take steps towards bringing the federal budget into balance. Now, in times of recession, governments often spend money that they don't have to stimulate the economy. And that's what's been happening over the last few years. And now the deficit has grown to such a level that experts say that it's about time to start paying it back. And I think as individuals we can appreciate the fact that, yes, this is a good idea for our federal government to have its financial house in order. Because we know for ourselves that it's important to spend less than we earn, so we can pay our taxes to the government, pay our mortgage, and continue to spend, because spending drives the economy. But we also know that too much debt, if we take on too much, eventually people are going to stop lending to us. So now we're in a spot where we've got some tough choices. I mean, raise taxes. Just merely saying those words gets people all stirred up, right? And right now, it seems like the easy solution, or the thing I'm hearing the most is, well, let's just tax the rich. They can afford it. Well, yeah, they probably can, but there's a weakness to that argument, and it's this, is that when the well-to-do spend, they have the capacity or the ability to spend at such a level that will actually move the needle of economic growth. And so we tax them. There's a cost to that. Then on the other side, well, we've got spending cuts. Well, it sounds good, I guess. But it's belt tightening, right? It's austerity, And what if it affects you directly, like the extension of your unemployment benefits, or considering getting rid of the home mortgage deduction, or what if it affects, just a charity that's near and dear to your heart is going to see cuts. And the argument I'm hearing now most is austerity doesn't work. Look at Greece. It's a mess. Well, yes, it's a mess. And I think it also highlights the need that austerity alone will not work, right? We need raised taxes and we need to cut spending, no matter what the politicians are saying. And we need and what we're asking, I guess, well, maybe what makes this scariest of all right now is the fact that it's in the hands of politicians at this point. There's a few weeks left of the year, and we've got the usual back and forth gamesmanship and partisanship. Well, maybe it's a cynic in me, but we are asking them to do a tough job. I mean, to make a credible effort to lowering the federal deficit. We need them to make some tough choices about raising taxes. On whom? By how much? Cut spending, hopefully making it fair and equitable across the board. And then to top it off, we're also asking them to do it in such a way that it doesn't hurt economic growth. Now, I'm not sure how you can accomplish all three, but I think there's a viable solution in there somewhere. And I think if politicians can do that, can follow through on that mandate, within a few years, our country can be back to something that we remember as good times. If not, it's looking pretty scary over that edge. That's all from Marin County, California. I'm Jeff Stouffer for Stouffer Wealth Advisors. Thanks, Sandy.